A warm afternoon to the distinguished people present here. I start today's event by quoting Billy John King. Champions keep playing until they get it right. And that's what we are here for today, to felicitate our ambitious Olympians. Over to the moderator now, Mrs. Rajalakshmi. Over to you, ma'am. All yours.
Thank you, Vinita ma'am. Good afternoon to one and all present. I take this opportunity to welcome you all to this felicitation and interactive session with the Olympic players representing India at the Tokyo Olympics 2021, jointly organized by YouThink and Sunshine. Sports is an integral part of our life, which gives us health and vitality. Sunshine, Chennai Senior Secondary School, one of the leading CBSE schools of Chennai, believes in the holistic development of children and acknowledges that along with studies, it is very important to take up sports. It not only makes the children healthy, increase their self-confidence and self-esteem, but teaches them teamwork, social skill, and discipline. Apart from all this, it also increases their brain power and the leadership qualities. I welcome Mrs. Santa Maria Sabarisan, the Director of Sunshine, Mrs. Elayarasi, the school correspondent, and the principal, Mrs. Devika Dinesh, to the event and thank them for providing the students with, with such a wonderful platform and encouraging them with their presence. Welcome, ma'am. I extend a warm welcome to Mr. Abdul Ghani, an Indian social activist and the founder of YouthInc International Foundation. Mr. Ghani has taken a vow to make India more greener and carries out various activities to protect the environment. Welcome, sir. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome our chief guest, Mr. Rajiv Mehta, the General Secretary of the Indian Olympic Association and the panelist of Olympians who will be representing India at the Tokyo Olympics. Mr. Mehta's career in Indian sports has been a meteoric rise from being the captain of Kumaon University cricket team to being the president of the Uttar Pradesh State Olympic Association and has been the president of the Kho Federation of India, an associate vice president of Hockey India, and a former president of Uttarakhand Football Association. We are spellbound by your achievements and contributions, sir. We welcome you to the event. It is my honor to welcome the Olympians, Ms. Duti Chand, Indian professional sprinter and national current champion in women's 100 meters event. Sharad Kamal, the table tennis player from Tamil Nadu, who is the first to be crowned 9-time senior national champion and was awarded with the Padma Shri in the year 2019. Satyam Ganeshan, the table tennis player, who was a member of the Indian team who took the bronze in 2011 Junior World Championship. We have Miss, Miss Bhavani Devi, the first ever Indian fencer to qualify for the Olympics. She has represented India in various other international events like the Commonwealth, the Asian Fencing Championship, to name a few. I also welcome Sergeant Prakash, the Indian swimmer who specializes in freestyle, butterfly, and medley events. Shivpal Singh, the second Indian javelin thrower to qualify for the Olympics. He has won the silver medal at the 2019 Asian Championships. The sailor pair of Varun and Ganapati, who qualified for the Olympics by finishing atop the field at Mosha's Open Sailing Championship. Welcome and thank you all for gracing this occasion by taking out time of your busy schedule of rigorous training sessions. I also take this pleasure to welcome Mr. Prashant Pandey, the co-founder and CEO of the Global Child Prodigy, and its members to this program whose main motive is in believing child's natural endowment and supporting them to achieve their goals. I also welcome the press and the media here to support us throughout. Now, I hand over to Mr. Ghani to introduce and felicitate the chief guest and the players. Over to you, Mr. Ghani.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I take great honor and pride to join in this felicitation and interaction program, which is organized by Sunshine School and Youth Inc. jointly together. On this great event, we have a chief guest, Mr. Rajiv Mehta ji, Indian Olympic Association General Secretary, who is someone who is more busy than an Olympic athlete, I can say, because he is one person who's coordinating entire Olympic player to the Tokyo, and very, very busy person. He has taken time out to join this event. I welcome, I thank for joining in this event as a chief guest for the felicitation and interaction program. And during my recent visit to Delhi, I got to spend time with him at his home for a breakfast meeting. I was stunned by his vision, which he has for the sports, and I'm quite sure that in the forthcoming days he could able to bring a lot of Olympic players in every states in India. And then I would like to thank Mrs. Sendamari Sabration Madam, without whom this event would have not been possible. And she is someone who is so down to earth, simple and humble and very socially conscious person who keep on supporting every such initiative. And along with Madam, the correspondent of Sunshine Senior Higher Secondary School, Mrs. Erirasi Madam, and she was so kind enough to agree to conduct this program, even this COVID situation. She could understand the importance of the Olympic players and the Olympic game which is happening. And then the principal ma'am and Padma ma'am, who was coordinating this event, and faculty, students, and most important, the Olympic players who has taken time out. Because I know while I was speaking with every single person, it is not only the practice, and everyone who has joined at different countries. For example, Ganapati and Varun Thakkar are they have joined from Portugal. The time difference is totally different. Bhavani is in Rome, and like every other players who are from different country who has joined this felicitation and interaction program. So I welcome each one of them, Ganapati from sailing, and Varun Thakkar from sailing, and Sajjan Prakash from swimming, Satyan from table tennis, C.A. Bhavani from fencing, and Shivpal Singh from javelin, and Sharad Kamal from table tennis, Rupi Chand from sprint. And unfortunately, PV Sindhu was supposed to join, but she is still on the practice, and we are expecting if she is done with the practice, she will also be joining this event. So without further delay, I would hand it over to the host. And this main program, which is organized, one is to cheer Team India, the other one to give opportunity for the students to interact with Olympic players, so that in near future we could produce more Olympic players. And also when they play during the Olympic match, they can connect with them, which is very, very important. Because during my school days, we always used to see these players only on the televisions and papers, and we never get to have a time to interact. And someone who believes to become a leader, you have to interact with leader, and then you develop the leadership skill. So today we have children who is going to interact with them. And to all these Olympic players, where we will be putting their felicitation mementos to their residents, because now everything is Zoom virtual, so we could not able to do this. But after the Olympic, maybe we will have them coming to the school where they can directly interact with our students. So thank you so much, madam, for accepting to host this program. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The time has come for which our young minds were waiting for. I can see the enthusiasm among our students, all geared up to ask questions. So without further ado, we start the interactive session. First, we have Ashwin, who is going to post a question to Mr. Ganapati.
Good afternoon to everyone. My name is Ashwin, and I have a question for Mr. Ganapati. So, what is the most treasured moment that you have experienced in your life and wouldn't hesitate to relive it again?
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for having us. It's a real honor. And to answer your question, with regards to reliving a moment, probably Asian Games bronze and the Olympic qualification where we won the event in Oman. And my dad passed away in 2016, so after that we started doing well. So reliving it with him would have been amazing. So I hope I answer your question.
Thank you, sir, for such beautiful words. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Ria, again asking a question to Mr. Ganapati.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Ria. My question is to Mr. Ganapati. Please tell us what drives you to get up early in the morning and go for training every day. Is it your passion or perseverance or dedication? Which one plays a major role?
I think that's a great question, and to answer that, if you really love what you're doing and you're clear of what you want, and on a daily basis you ask yourself, is the decisions you're making aiding going towards that goal or taking away? Uh, that's a real question that I keep asking myself. So that drives me. Like if I have to wake up and I don't want to, am I going to get better or am I going away from my goal? And then secondly, I've always felt that when I shy away or run away from difficult things or hard things, mentally I feel worse. So I think in pain and discomfort, you find happiness and fulfillment. So I think that's how I think in my head.
Thank you so much for your words, sir.
Up next, we have Jeffrey, again posing a question to Mr. Ganapati.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeffrey Lillian. My question is for Mr. Ganapati. So, what type of educational reforms are needed to promote sports and build athletes?
So that's a tough question to answer, but from a school perspective, I think supporting sport more, giving a little more time with regards to on a daily basis to sport, having facilities like grounds and fields and basic coaching for a grassroots level. And then once you get into the Indian team and then flexibility, if schools and institutions, educational institutions understand that for us in sailing, we repair our boats, we fix them up. Post sailing, we unrig it. So there's a lot of work involved, and sometimes it takes up the whole day. And I felt if the educational institutes, for when we come to our level, give us more flexibility with time and probably with regards to like passing exams and things like that, that will be really helpful. But in general, if schools promote sport more and kids are fit, they can get into professional sports easier. So I hope I answer your question.
Thank you, sir.
Up next, we have Preetham, who will be asking a question to Mr. Varun.
So good afternoon, everybody. I'm Preetham, and my question is for Mr. Varun Thakur. According to you, in sailing, what role does natural talent, hard work, fitness, and luck play in achieving success?
Good afternoon, everyone. It's good morning for me. So, firstly, it's an honor being here and an honor representing you guys at this level, and we'll do our best to come back with a medal, hopefully. Answering your question, see, what I believe in is hard work always beats talent, and talent is something that goes complacent after a while. So, for me, irrespective of what it is, I think if you put in the hours, if you keep grinding and just going at it day in and day out, your progress is there. It's not going to be a bad day every day. Like you're going to be learning a small percentage, irrespective of the ups and downs. On some days, like everything might not be going your way, but if you have a process, if you have a routine, and you go out there and say like, okay, this is what I need to be doing, it might not be your day that day, but on the next day or the day after that, and if you stick to the same things, you will be successful. So I don't believe in luck. I think you create your own luck. That's like what I believe in. And we have a process that we believe in as well, where we keep it simple, we stick to it, and I think that's where you get results, and that's what shows you results, rather than going and trying something new which you've never tried in training and expecting a result.
Thank
So
you,
I hope
sir.
that
That was
answers
really
your question.
inspirational, and you're absolutely right.
Thank you, sir. I think that will go a long way with the children. Next, we have Afreen, who is going to ask a question to Mr. Varun.
I am Afreen, and my question is to Varun sir. So, you must have missed time with your friends and family and would have not got the chance to create memories during your training days. What do you think about it now? Was the sacrifice worth it?
I think I've created a lot more memories than I would have with my family and friends, because I have Ghana on the same boat as me. And we both are creating memories, not only for me and my parents, but for the whole country to remember. Because we right now are the first team to officially qualify in the 49er class of boats. So I think that memory brings in, like, it kills most of my memories that I would have had with my friends or something. Like, it was a dream that me and Ghana wished, and we put in the hard work. We like, there were blood, sweat, tears, whatever you can call it, and I think that brought in. Um, I don't think I've missed much with my friends and family when I can compare the amount of times that I've, like, been successful, the medals that we've won, all those moments I think are as important or more important than the memories I would have created with my family. I think, yes, I do miss it, but I think equally this is more important for me as well.
Thank you, sir, for a beautiful answer.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have Karthikeyan, who will pose a question to Mr. Sergeant Prakash.
Good afternoon to one and all present here. I'm Karthikeyan, and I would like to ask my question to Mr. Sergeant Prakash. Hello, sir. Practicing and preparing for the Olympics not only requires physical strength, but also mental strength. How were you able to manage the stress and immense pressure of representing our country in the Olympics?
Hi, I'm sorry for joining late because there were some technical difficulties. And as Mr. Varun said, it was like day in and out. It's like switch on and switch off for any athlete's life, right? So we tend to not be too nervous or not be mentally weak on the day of the race. That's when we go and do that in the training every day, where we feel like that important day on that day of the training, and we don't have any sluggish moments in training. We train really hard, and we feel like the competition day every day in training, and that's how we don't get to this point where we are nervous on the important day.
Thank you, Chef, for sharing your expertise.
Next, we have Ashwin with a question for Mr. Sergeant Prakash.
Hi, sir. So my question is to Sergeant Prakash. So behind every young child who believes in himself or herself, there is a parent who believes first. So what is your take on the role of parents in supporting their child?
I think if the parents don't support the kid when they're young, and there is no champion will be coming out. And for me personally, my mother has supported me so much, where she is a sports person, and um, she understood the problems of what the hardships and what obstacles we would face during the training, and how it's hard to be really strong during those difficult moments. I think the support we get from them and the positivity, that's what drives us to excellence.
Oh, thank you, sir, for such inspiring words.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I hope the parents listen to this and they start supporting their child for that, so that we can produce more Olympians in the country.
For sure.
Next, we have Srinidhi asking Mr. Satyan the question.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Srinidhi. I would like to pose my question to Mr. Satya. Crowd plays an important role in giving energy to the players. Because of this pandemic, sports are resuming without the vital element of spectator emotion. What is your take on it, sir?
Hello, everyone. Yes, definitely. We would be missing a lot of crowd support. I would love to play amongst the crowd, and I feel that's something which gives you an extra energy when you're at your, not at your best. But yes, we've gotten used to the new atmosphere. I think we've already had a couple of years in the pandemic. So I've played some tournaments, and but I think by heart I feel there's a lot of young kids like you who will be supporting us, even though you're not there present, in real. But I feel there'll be 130 crore Indians behind us, and with all that love and support, we're going to give our best. So yes, crowd does make a difference, but yes, that's going to be challenging mentally. And for me, we are prepared in that way also to play in a stadium with less crowds and make sure that you give out your best.
Sure, sir. We will support you. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, our supports will be always there with the Indian players, sir.
Thank you.
Next, we have Jay Karthik asking a question to Mr. Satyan.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Karthik, and my question is to you, Satyan, sir. Where did your passion to pursue table tennis stem from? And is there any specific person you look up to?
For me, coming from a very middle-class family where there was basically no sports background at all. I mean, I was, myself and my sister were the first persons to start or pursue any sport ever in my family tree. So it was just a way of making it, have physical habit to get involved in a physical activity. I think that's how champions are built. To start in a way, we just started. And from there on, I think I fell in love with the sport right from day one. I really loved the speed of the game. And, I used to look up to videos after that of a lot of international players. And yeah, that was an inspiration for me as always. And as a sports fan, I was a huge fan. I'm still a huge fan of Roger Federer. So I try to look and try to emulate a lot of things which I can on the court. And for me, it all just started by, you could call it probably a small accident where I just end up playing table tennis. At that was an academy close to my house. And from there on, it was a dream come true.
That's inspiring, sir. Thank you.
Next, we have Preetham posing a question to Mr. Satyan. Preetham? Okay, moving on. We have Lalita with a question for Ms. Bhavani Devi.
Afternoon all. I am Lalita and I would like to pose my question to Bhavani Devi ma'am. So ma'am, a lot of people are not aware of fencing as a sport. So what steps can be taken so that more people take up the sport?
Good afternoon, everyone. Hi, Lalita. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much, Sunshine School, for organizing such a good event for us. And it is very important for us to get such support from all kinds of people. Thank you very much. I'm so glad to be part of it. So like all the athletes said, I started fencing from my school. So I heard about fencing before I joined the sport. So I think the best way to promote sport is to start from all school levels. So that's how I started, and my school still has fencing, but many schools did not continue to develop the sport. But I hope Sunshine School and many schools will take up fencing in their sports activities, and will have more champions from the all school levels.
Ma'am, that was really thought-provoking. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next, we have Samyukta posing a question to Ms. Bhavani Devi.
Good afternoon, one and all. I'm Samyukta, and I'd like to shoot my question to Bhavani Devi, ma'am. In our society, being a girl with immense passion towards sports, there would have been many challenges. How did you overcome these challenges, ma'am?
Yep, thank you for the question. So yes, it was very true that I had to face a lot of challenges, also for being a woman in sport. But I was lucky to have a very supportive and encouraging parents, especially my mother. So especially to continue a sport like fencing, to build a career in fencing, it was not easy at all. It was a very tough journey because we did not have any champions or any Olympic champions in fencing, any historical achievements in the sport in our country. But when I decided to pursue for my Olympic dream, my parents always supported me. They never said why you're trying to do this sport when no one else is doing. But many other people other than my family told me this thing like, why you're wasting your time? Fencing is not easy for us. It is not a good sport for women. But I always say that I get the strongest support from my family, and also I had strong belief in myself, and I have a clear vision. I just wanted to try my best. I kept trying, and I always try to do my best, and my parents also tried to give their best support. And with all of that, I was able to achieve my dream. So now I'm here to represent India at the Olympic Games.
That was very motivating, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Next we have Karthik, again with a question for Ms. Bhavani Devi.
My question is to you, Bhavani Devi, ma'am. Fencing is indeed an expensive sport. So you would have faced a lot of financial challenges during different points of your career. How did you overcome them and what kept you going?
Yeah. Thank you for the question. Yes, it was very difficult at the beginning to arrange financial support for myself, from equipments to traveling. But I always wanted to try my best. I wanted to do my 100% best effort to try to reach my dream, which is to represent India at the Olympic Games and win medal for our country. So I told my parents the same thing, that I wanted to try. I wanted to do my best effort. So whatever you can support me, whatever I can do from my side, we can try to do it. And whether the result comes positive or negative, I don't mind. For me, the effort that I am giving from my side has to be 100%, so that in the future I will not regret about it. So that's what my parents also believe. Okay, don't worry, whether whenever I win or lose, they always say, don't worry, we try again. Next time you will do better. So I think I have a clear goal. So I don't have any other reason to quit this sport or to stop trying for it. So we tried different ways to arrange funds, from getting sponsorship or trying a scholarship program from the government. But later, few years after, the government also started to support fencing. So we were included in the elect scholarship program from Tamil Nadu government, and then private scholarship, private organizations also started to support fencer. So the first private organization was Go Sports Foundation, which selected an athlete from fencing for the first time ever. So, and then we got to get support from the Ministry of Sports. So now fencing is going very well, and I hope we will not, no athlete will face financial problem in the future.
That's insightful, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving us that wonderful ideas and the ways that people should overcome the financial problems for doing with the sports, taking up the sports. Next, we have Prajan posing a question to Mr. Sharad Kamal.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Prajin. This question is for Mr. Sharad Kamal. So, sir, in today's world where parents dream of getting their children into engineering and medical, notwithstanding the fact that there are ample number of careers available now, in such a regressive and fanatical world, how did you convince your parents to get the ball rolling?
Firstly, I'd like to thank Youth Inc. and Sunshine School for actually getting so many Olympians into this one program. I think all of us are in different time zones, training schedules, and still all of us are here. I think really good job. And yeah, at the end of this, whatever we speak, hope we can inspire the young kids to do as well as, or even better than what we've done. So yeah, with your question about parenting and parents wanting their kids to go into the educational stream rather than offbeat streams like sports. I think a lot of things have opened up now, but back then when I was wanting to be a professional table tennis player, not many parents or many institutions were in favor of that. But luckily for me, both my parents and my school was very, very supportive of my decision of wanting to become a professional table tennis player. My father is my coach, so of course there was not much resistance at home. Even though my mother still wanted me to do engineering and go the professional way, but it was my decision that I want to be a professional table tennis player, and that decision driving me up, to prove a point to the whole society that yes, I will be good in whatever I'm doing. And secondly, school, I studied in Padma Sheshadri, and they were very, very supportive. I think since the age of 10, 12, when they knew that I was doing well at the state level, there was a lot of support from them, and they never said that, okay, you need to study only. They said you need to balance. You figure out a way how you balance it, but we want you to have the best of both the worlds. And I think that is what a sportsman best learns: how to manage time, how to have the discipline, how to have the commitment. And those are the years which groom us into what we are now.
Thank you for those valuable words, sir.
Next, we have Afreen with a question for Mr. Sharad Kamal.
So my question is to Sharad Kamal, sir. The COVID-19 pandemic has upended all areas of life, especially sports. As a sports person, how do you stay focused and aligned towards your goals during such hard times?
It is quite a difficult situation for all of us. I think not just for sports person. I think everybody. It is really difficult times because there's uncertainty. You don't know what's going to happen. Of course, there's a lot of negative news around, and you only hearing about the negativity. So I think sports that way brings out the positivity in you, and that is one of the most important reasons why the Olympics should happen now. It's really good that they haven't cancelled the Olympic Games. Sports brings out positivity. It brings out integrity. It brings out a lot of stuff. So for me personally, I had to goal. So there were times when I didn't know when I'll practice next, and there were times when I went into practice, I didn't know what to do. I think building a routine, having short-term goals, having simple goals. Okay, this is what I want to work on today, or and also having a routine is very, very important. So in case if I have to start training at 6 o'clock, I have to continue to start training at 6 o'clock. Doesn't matter if I'm going for a tournament or not. These are some life values which sport teaches you, and I'm really happy I could continue in that way, so I could actually qualify for the Olympics, and now hoping to win an Olympic medal for the country.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring answer.
Thank you, Sharad, and we are sure that you are going to bring us a medal. Next, we have Srinidhi. Next, we have Srinidhi again posing a question to Mr. Sharad Kamal.
Hello, sir. My question is, which player in the Olympics do you think is the strongest opponent, and how would you like to face them in the final?
I think personally for me, there are a lot of good players out there to beat, but one team who the whole world wants to beat is China. Table tennis is completely dominated by them, and hopefully, this time around, this will be my 4th Olympic Games, and I hope this time around I will be able to pull down a few seeded players and hopefully one of the top Chinese players in the draw. And for that, we have been training and preparing quite hard, and I think mentally we need to show our grit that we can take up the best players in the world also. So I hope yeah, all of you continue to cheer for us, and we'll do well at the Olympic Games.
Yes, sir. All the best, sir. Thank you.
Yes, we shall have all our support for all the players in the Olympics. Next, we have Samyukta posing a question for Ms. Duti Chand.
Hello, ma'am. Your career is a dream to most of us. What would be your message to this generation?
Is Duti Chand ma'am there, present? Is she there?
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
ma'am, Duti Chand, she's in the airport, so she'll be just joining in few minutes. Her charge is down, so I think we can play PV Sindhu's video. By then she will be joining, ma'am.
So we have one question. The child who missed out the question from Mr. Satyan. So
Yeah.
go ahead with it. Preetham, your question to Mr. Satyan. Yes, Preetham, you're there. I think he's having network issues, so we'll just move ahead with it, with our program. PV Sindhu, the ace badminton player, has won medals at multiple international tournaments, including Olympics, the BWF circuit, and the gold at the 219 World Championship. Even though she's not present among us, we are delighted to have her message for all of us present here. And she has even answered a few questions. So we would like to play the video which she has sent the message and answered the questions.
Hello everyone, I'm really delighted to be part of this, but unfortunately I will not be able to attend this due to my training sessions, but I wish all of them all the very best for this session. So today I'm going to tell you a couple of things about myself and about my life. Well, as you all know, winning and losing is part of life, success and failure is a part of life, but I think the most important thing is you need to enjoy sport and you need to make sure that you believe and you work hard. And a couple of people might get success at a very early age and a couple of people might take time to get success. So that is when you need to keep believing in yourself and you need to have that hope in you. Well, and also one more thing is, as you all know, studies and sports are equally important, because I myself have been doing studies and sports equally, and I completed my MBA. So to the people out there, I would want to tell you that it's not that if you do study and not sports, I mean, that is not important. Sports and studies are very, very important in today's life and also in the future. So, well, for me personally, you know, how much ever ups and downs I had in my life, I've been working hard and I've been really working hard step by step in my life. So that is when I've come till here, and my parents' support have been really got me till here. And to the parents out there, I would want to tell you that support your children in whichever sport or in whichever aspect they want to come up in their life, and I'm sure they will, you know, get that success. And because, you know, because of my parents, because of their sacrifices, they being sports persons, they've been supporting me. So yeah, because of them I'm here today. So to the people out there, I just want to say I am going to the Olympics, as you all know. So I hope your love and support will always be there for me. And once again, wishing you all the very best and hoping I will do well and get back with a medal and make the country proud.
So that was really inspiring, and all the best. As we know that Ms. Duti Chand has joined us, so we can continue with the question session. We have Samyukta with a question for Ms. Duti Chand.
Ma'am, your career is a dream to most of us. What would be your message to this generation?
धुति जी, आपका ऑडियो म्यूट पे है, ऑडियो म्यूट पे है। थैंक यू।
नमस्कार सभी को। जितने सारी वर्चुअल मीटिंग के माध्यम में मौजूद है सबको मेरी तरफ से नमस्कार। आज आपने मुझे बुलाया इसलिए मुझे बहुत खुशी महसूस हो रहा है। और एथलेटिक करियर तो बहुत कठिन है। हर रास्ता में दिक्कत सहना पड़ता है, इसको फाइट करके आगे बढ़ना पड़ता है। बेसिकली मेरी फैमिली में बताए देखेंगे तो 6 सिस्टर 1 ब्रदर, मम्मी डैडी को मिला के टोटल 9 मेंबर। इसी फैमिली में एक अच्छा एथलीट बनना इतना आसान नहीं था मेरे लिए। बहुत दिक्कत का सामना किया मैंने बचपन में। बेसिकली देखेंगे तो बहुत कठिनाई का सामना किया मैंने। अच्छा रनिंग करने के लिए ग्राउंड घर के आसपास कोई ग्राउंड नहीं थे और कोई कोचेस भी नहीं थे अच्छा ट्रेनिंग दिलाने के लिए। बहुत सारा तकलीफ होके मैंने आगे बढ़ी धीरे धीरे। मैं पहले धन्यवाद दूंगी मेरी जो फाउंडर पीट किस का जो फाउंडर डॉक्टर अक्षय सामंत सर, हमारा CM नवीन पटनायक सर को और इंडिया गवर्नमेंट को, जिन्होंने मुझे बहुत सपोर्ट किया है मेरी इसी ऊंचाई को आने के लिए, ट्रेनिंग को कंटिन्यू रखने के लिए, और एथलेटिक फेडरेशन ऑफ इंडिया को भी। तो बहुत लोगों ने मुझे सपोर्ट किया है। और बेसिकली देखेंगे तो नेशनल लेवल में बहुत काफ़ी मेडल जीत चुकी हूँ मैंने। 15 से ज़्यादा एवं मेडल है मेरे पास। इंटरनेशनल लेवल भी बहुत सारी बड़ा कंपटीशन में भाग लिया मैंने, जैसे एशियन एथलेटिक चैंपियनशिप, एशियन गेम, वर्ल्ड यूनिवर्सिटी गेम, वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप, साउथ एशियन गेम, बहुत सारे मेगा कंपटीशन मेडल हासिल किया है। और इस बार अर्जुन अवार्ड भी मुझे मिला है 2020 में। तो मैं यही कहूँगी कि स्पोर्ट्स में आने के लिए तो बहुत दिक्कत का सामना करना पड़ता है। पहले सब लोग सोचते थे कि स्पोर्ट्स में कुछ करियर नहीं है, अब स्पोर्ट्स करेंगे तो लाइफ में कुछ बन नहीं पाएंगे, अब पढ़ाई करेंगे तो अच्छा जॉब करेंगे, फैमिली का सिचुएशन बदला सकते हैं। तो ऐसे लोग एडवाइस करते थे। लेकिन अभी देखेंगे तो स्पोर्ट्स में बहुत कुछ करियर बन रहे हैं। मैं एक उदाहरण हूँ कि मैं स्पोर्ट्स में जब वो आई थी उस टाइम में तो मेरे पास कुछ नहीं था, लेकिन मैं जब अच्छी खेलना शुरू किया तब से अभी सब कुछ सपोर्ट मिल रहा है मुझे। और बेसिकली मुझे जो होपफुल था कि मैं कोर्स करूँगी तो मुझे नौकरी मिलेगा कि नहीं, लेकिन आज गवर्नमेंट तरफ से मुझे एक जॉब भी मिला है और फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट भी मिल रहा है, कैश सपोर्ट भी मिल रहा है। तो कोई भी ऐसे एथलेटिक खेलना चाहेंगे, मैं इनको यही कहूँगी कि आप अच्छी तरह से मेहनत करेंगे तो आप लाइफ में कुछ ना कुछ बन सकेंगे। जब आप प्रतिभा लोगों को दिखाएंगे, जब आप स्टार बन जाएंगे तो फिर आपको जो चीज़ जरूरत है आप ऑटोमेटिक आपके पास आ जाएगा। जो कहते थे कि स्पोर्ट्स में कैरियर नहीं, अभी देखे तो स्पोर्ट्स में बहुत सारा कैरियर बनाए। गवर्नमेंट सेक्टर से जॉब मिल रहा है, फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट मिल रहा है, और ट्रेनिंग को ज़्यादा आगे बढ़ाने के लिए भी प्राइवेट कॉर्पोरेट तरफ से भी बहुत सपोर्ट मिल रहा है। जैसे हम कीट के बारे में बात करेंगे तो कीट यूनिवर्सिटी सिर्फ पढ़ाई की नहीं, हर सेक्टर में को ये ध्यान देते हैं। बेसिकली स्पोर्ट्स के ऊपर, स्पोर्ट्स में देखें तो बहुत सारा ऐसे जो बनाया है स्पोर्ट्स सेक्टर में, क्रिकेट ग्राउंड, एथलेटिक ग्राउंड, स्विमिंग पूल और आर्चरी, बहुत सारा ऐसा इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बहुत बनाया है जिसको स्पोर्ट्स को प्रमोट करने के लिए। सिर्फ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर नहीं, बहुत सारा स्पोर्ट्स पर्सनैलिटी है जिनको वो पूरी तरह से सपोर्ट करते हैं, जैसे मैं हूँ और अमिया मलिक और जौना पूर्णिमा हेम्ब्रम, साइना सानोलिका और बहुत सारे ऐसे इंटरनेशनल एथलीट हैं जिनको पर्सनली मदद करते हैं। इसलिए आज देखो इंडिया लेवल में बहुत सारे ऐसे एथलीट खेलते हैं जो देश के लिए। तो सब पेरेंट्स को यही कहूँगी, आप पढ़ाई कराओ और पढ़ाई के साथ साथ खेल भी कराओ। हम खेल करेंगे तो हमारा तबियत ठीक रहेगा और अच्छा फोकस भी कर पाएंगे पढ़ाई में। और जो बच्चा चाहेंगे खेल में कैरियर बना सकेंगे, वो मेहनत करेंगे तो खेल में भी कैरियर बना सकेंगे।
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was thought-provoking.
मैम आपकी बातें सुनकर बहुत ही अच्छा लगा। ये लगा कि आप कितनी मुश्किलों को सामना करके आप इतने आगे बढ़ के आए हैं और हमारे देश को इतने गर्वान्वित जगह पे ले जा रहे हैं, ताकि हम लोग गर्व महसूस कर सके। जब आप जीत के लौटेंगे तो हमारे गर्व का कोई अंत नहीं रहेगा इस बात को लेके। सो ऑल द बेस्ट मैम कि आप इतना अच्छा कर रहे हैं हमारे देश के लिए, और हम लोग आपके साथ हमेशा के लिए हैं। हम आपके सपोर्ट में हमेशा के लिए हैं, ताकि आप कभी ये ना समझे कि हम लोग आपको नहीं सपोर्ट कर पा रहे या कुछ भी हो रहा है। कुछ भी हो जाए हम आपके साथ हैं। थैंक यू मैम।
वेलकम।
I thank you all for patiently hearing our children and answering their questions. I think your words will remain with them throughout and will motivate them in every aspect of their life. I take this opportunity to wish you all for the Olympics and pray that each one of you return with medals and bring laurels to our country. I consider it a great honor to welcome our chief guest, Mr. Rajiv Mehta, the General Secretary of Indian Olympic Association, to address the gathering.
Thank you. Good afternoon to everybody. Ms. Sabeskian, Director, Sunshine School. Mrs. Alilia Hirsi, Correspondent, Sunshine School. Mr. K. Abdul Ghani, the Green Man of India. Our proud athletes present here who are going to participate in the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. Like PV Sindhu, Uti Chand, Sharat Kamal, Yathin, Bhavani Devi, Varun Thakkar, KC Ganpati, Sajan Prakash, Shivpal Singh, the dignitaries and members of Sunshine School. 1 year after the 2020 Olympic Games, we are finally preparing for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. Last year, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, our preparations were affected. Our country and brave athletes came all the hurdles and challenges and kept their spirits high. Today, Teams India is all set in its preparations for the games with our 115 athletes achieving qualification till now in 18 sports, including a historical qualification in fencing also. We're proud of you, all of the qualified players also. We have veterans Olympians like Sharat Kamal, Duti Chand, and Sajan Prakash, Olympic medalist PV Sindhu also, and many first-time Olympic athletes with us here today, who have always made our country proud and will continue to be proud. Our senior Olympians will be leading example for the young contingent as well as for the future generation. I am elated to be a part of this great initiative by YouThink and Sunshine Chennai Senior Secondary School and take this virtual platform to communicate my wishes to the players who have joined us from different time zones to share their experience with the future generations. As we are almost ready to embark on this journey to participate in the games, I wish good luck to all the athletes to showcase this personal best at the games and to make the nation proud. This is only the start to the many accolades coming our way. My message to the future generation is that we are here to support and nurture your talent in sports. I think the Indian continent will be go on 14th July by the shuttle flight provided by the Air India. Is maybe 115 athletes and with some of the official of the Olympics will be go by the Air India, and the rest of the official and delegates from the Indian Olympic Association will be go continuity by 16, 17, 18 and 19. We will assemble there after the 3 days quarantine. First day is a 0 day, and after 3 days is the quarantine. So we'll take quarantine for the 4 days. After 4 days, we can move in Tokyo, surrounding the venues and the opening ceremony also. So I think we will come after the long time in Olympic. We can come with the bring of the 10 medals of this Olympic. We should be thankful to all the participants here and especially the Sunshine School organizers And a special thanks to Mr. Gunny. He has organized this seminar and has called to me as a chief guest. Thank you very much. All the best. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir, for the inspiring words that we had. Now I request our Honorable Principal Ma'am to propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, all. I deem it an honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this happy occasion. I, on behalf of Sunshine Chennai Senior Secondary School, must mention deep appreciation to our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Rajiv Mehta, General Secretary, Indian Olympics Association, his august presence today and inspiring us with his words of wisdom. I would like to quote Jesse Owens, one of the greatest American track and field athletes. We have all dreams, but in order to make dreams come into reality, it takes an awful lot of determination, dedication, self-discipline, and effort. A humble gratitude to all the dedicated athletes, to name Duty Chand, Sharad Kamal, Satyan Gnanashekharan, Bhavani Devi, Varun Thakur, Ganapati, Sergeant Prakash, Shivpal Singh, for taking your time from your busy schedule to grace this occasion. We understand your hard work and struggle. A humble salutation to each one of you. We honor your hard work and your valuable contribution to our country. A deep appreciation goes to Mr. Abdul Ghani, the founder of Youth Inc. This event would not have been possible without your continued guidance, sir. I would also like to acknowledge Mr. Prashant Kumar Pandey, founder and CEO of Global Child Prodigy, and his team for hosting this event today. I also wish to express my gratitude to the press and media for your presence today. My heartfelt thanks to the management of Sunshine for your unstinted support in all our efforts. Thank you, my teachers, administrative staff, the host, Ms. Vinita, and moderator, Ms. Rajlakshmi, for your tireless effort. My gratitude to Ms. Padma Jyoti for coordinating the event with Youth Inc. Though Ms. P.V. Sindhu could not be here among us today, a special thanks to her for sending us her video. Finally, I applaud the enthusiastic learners of Sunshine for your evincing interest in sports and your interactive session with the players. So, students, you can also think about taking sports as your career if you have the passion and love towards a particular sport. I take this opportunity to wish all the athletes to have an outstanding performance at the Tokyo Olympics and bring laurels to our country. A heartfelt wishes to the entire Indian Olympic contingent. Once again, thank you all for making this event a memorable one. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. I request all the players and all the other guests present to turn on their videos so that we can take a picture. So all the guests and all the players, it's a request. All of you all are present here to turn on your videos. Thank you, everyone. As all things must come to an end, we also come to the end of this program. I would like to thank the media once again for covering the entire event. Now, we shall all rise for the national anthem. All are requested to keep the cameras on for the national anthem is being played.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
We are finishing today's session, today's event, and wishing every Olympian good luck in bringing back home laurels. Thank you all for your time. Stay safe, take care. Thank you.
Thank you all.